if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Well, I ain't half excited. I was so excited at tea, I could hardly eat a thing. Mum was ever so surprised when I told her I was going to be a film star.
Rubbish. Rubbish.
I think I'll play my part like Ronald Coleman. In that film, Under Two Flags. I might even grow a moustache.
For goodness sake, son. Hold your wheest. This film is never going to be shown in any cinema. It's just a cheap training film made for the Home Guard.
Well, when we was in the Sudan, fighting the Fuzzy Wuzzy, we never had no film.
Surely they weren't invented then?
No, that's why we never had no film.
Men of the Home Guard, we are facing a cunning and ruthless enemy. Men of the Home Guard. Wonder which is my best side. Perhaps it's better with the hat on. Oh, no, perhaps not.
Sir?
Wilson.
Sir?
Wilson, which would you say was my best side?
Perhaps you just haven't got a best side, sir.
Really?
Well, what I'm trying to say, sir, is that one side is no better than the other. I mean, no worse than the other. I mean, they're both just the same.
Yes, all right.
Well, anyway, I wouldn't worry, sir, if I were you. I mean, I'm told they can do absolute wonders with makeup.
Lipstick? Powder?
Yes. That sort of thing, yes, sort of.
I'm not having that muck on my face.
Well, you know, it does accentuate one's good points, and in your case, it might help you, you know, to bring out the firm, craggy line of your jaw.
Really think so?
Yes.
Craggy, eh?
You might also, you know, be able to get rid of your double chin.
Now, here, Wilson. They want men on this film. Not a lot of painted Nancy boys.
Yes, I know, sir, I know, but I can't understand why they're not using, you know, proper actors. I mean, Jack Buchanan would take my part awfully well.
Rather fancy you look like Jack Buchanan, don't you?
Well, somebody once said, you know, years ago it was, of course, but...
There is not the slightest resemblance, believe me, in either speech or appearance. Come in. Yes, what is it, Pike?
The Colonel's here with the film people.
Ah, good.
Hey, you know, he doesn't look like a film producer at all. I thought he'd be wearing one of those riding breeches and having a whip like Eric von Stroheim.
You're stupid. What's the matter with your eyes?
Nothing.
Got a dirty mark on your upper lip. Wipe it off. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mainwaring.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes?
while you were out and in your absence, I took the liberty of falling in the platoon for inspection by the Colonel and the film people.
Yes, thank you, Jones.
Yes, sir. You don't mind, sir, you did want them to be looked at by the film people?
Yes, I did, Jones, thank you.
The platoon do look all right to be looked at by the film people, don't they, sir?
Yes, all right. Just as long as they get an all-round picture of the platoon.
Very good, sir, very good, sir. Platoon, up, out, hey! Up, out, hey! Up, out, hey!
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, you said you wanted an all-round picture, sir.
Oh, really, Jim. Platoon, about turn. He's very keen, sir, very keen. Fall in, Pike.
Now, Mainwaring, this is the production assistant from the Crown Film Unit, Mr. Forster.
Hello, Squire. I'd like you to meet our costume lady, Mrs. Bill.
Hello, dear. Just call me Queenie.
Mrs. Sergeant Wilson.
How awfully nice to meet you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Well, I don't understand this at all, sir. Why do we want costumes? I mean, we've got our own uniforms.
Well, Mainwaring, your chaps won't be Home Guards. They're playing the Nazis.
Nazis? I'm not having my men blazoned across the screen in German uniforms.
Well, it's nothing to worry about, Squire. All your stuff is in what we call long shot, in the distance.
In the distance?
Yeah. On the screen, you won't be much bigger than that.
They are, sir. You needn't have worried about the makeup after all.
Is that all we have to do?
Yeah, that's all, Squire.
Yes, the rest of the film's being made at the Gaumont British Studios. The captain and the sergeant are being played by actors who gave their services free. As a matter of fact, Jack Halbert's playing the captain and Jack Buchanan the sergeant.
Fancy that. Jack Buchanan playing the sergeant. Goodness me.
Oh, yes, I measured him for his uniform yesterday.
Did you?
Lovely bloke he
Yes?
is. Just like you, Sarge. You're a dead ringer for him.
Yes?
Who are we going to have for the officer?
I shall be the officer, of course.
Oh, I'm sure Captain Mainwaring will make an excellent German officer.
Couldn't he make a worse mess of it than he does as a British officer?
Run your tape over him, Queenie.
Yeah, all right. Get your arms up, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, I say.
Oh, ridiculous.
Oh, I couldn't do him.
Out of the question.
Oh, I just couldn't do him, dear. And look at those feet. I've never seen such tiny feet. I ain't got no jack boots that size. Tiny? He's got girls' feet.
Well, sure, couldn't you have a uniform made for me?
We couldn't even get one made for Conrad White. There's a war on, you know.
I'm sorry, Squire. It's like this, you see. We've only got 2 officers' uniforms, and it's a question of getting the men to fit the uniforms. Have a look round, Queenie.
Yeah, all right.
Can I have a word with you, sir?
Yes, certainly, Mainwaring.
Now, look here, sir. I refuse to have anything further to do with this film.
Now, don't be difficult, Mainwaring. Your men are playing the Nazis, and that's an order. However, I respect your feelings, so you needn't take any part in it. Just stand on the touchline and look after your men.
Thank you, sir.
I got you 2 officers, dear. This one and this one. Oh, he's enough like Jack Buchanan and me. He'll make a lovely officer. Now, who's going to be the sergeant? Come on, sonny boy, get your arms up.
You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. How beautiful.
You know, I feel a right soppy twirrup wearing this ridiculous get-up. And you notice, Mainwaring got out of it just because he couldn't be an officer. The big Jesse. Why shouldn't he look a fool like all the rest of us?
Mr. Frazer, I don't think you look a fool. I think that helmet makes you look like an eagle.
Rubbish! Rubbish!
General Kitchener'd turn in his grave if he could see me in this uniform. He couldn't abide German uniforms, you know. Hun helmets look like saucepans, he used to say. I'll never forget the day they brought a German prisoner to him, and this German, he started grovelling before him. He said, "How dare you grovel before me with that saucepan on your head?" "Take it off, my man," he ejaculated. And the German, he said, "Nein, mein General, I cannot, it is stuck." "Well," said the General in a jocular frame of mind, "if that saucepan is stuck on your head, you better go and boil your head." He was a very witty man sometimes, you know.
masters now, eh? You have just 5 seconds to tell us your plans, or else it is kaput. I like being an officer, don't you, Uncle?
These uniforms are awfully smart, aren't they? They really do something for one, don't you think?
I think we ought to strut and swagger.
What?
Come on, let's practice strutting and swaggering.
Oh, yeah, that's all good, Frank. Very good indeed.
Come on, you strut and swagger, come
Well,
on.
no, I don't think I will, as a matter of fact. I'm not awfully good at sort of strutting and swaggering, you know.
Could do a goose step.
What? A goose step?
Go on, do a goose step.
What, like? Oh.
He's very good, no, Mainwaring?
I sometimes wonder where your loyalties lie.
Really, sir. I mean, these uniforms are so smart, don't you think? I mean, they suit any figure.
The sooner this film nonsense is over, the better. Go and fall the men in.
All right, sir. All right, fall in, will you? Fall in, please. Pretty rank. Quick as you can, fellas. Right, good.
Now, but... Fall in, Pike. Do you hear what I said? Fall in.
I'm an officer. I'm not going to fall in with all the other privates. Officers should be treated with respect, no matter what their nationality. Says so in the Geneva Convention.
If you don't stop fooling about, I shall send you home. Fall in. Now, pay attention.
For Mr. Speaker, I should like to unvolunteer to be a German sergeant. I've wanted all my life to have these 2 extra stripes, but this is too high a price to pay.
And it's all wrong. I should have to wear this ridiculous helmet.
I appreciate your feelings, but we're under orders to take part in this film, so we've just got to get on with it.
Excuse me, sir. My uniform has got Berman written on it. I do hope it's been cleaned. You never know where these Germans have been.
I shouldn't worry too much, Godfrey. They're not real uniforms, you know. They're theatrical costumes.
Miss Mainwaring, how will people know that we're home guards dressed as Nazis and not real ones?
Ah, that's a very good point, Pike. Now, the Colonel has given me instructions for absolute security. No one must see you. So you'll stay inside the van, and I will drive you there and back. You can come out now. It's all clear.
What? A double move?
Now, take that stupid thing out of your eye.
Sir? I'm quite sure we're in the right place.
Of course I'm sure of this.
Well, it's awfully deserted, oughtn't there to be lots of lights and cameras and things like that?
Oh, these film people are always late. Most unreliable. Spend most of their time lounging about drinking cocktails. Corporal Jones!
Yes, sir.
The men can eat their sandwiches.
Right. Do as the officer says. Eat your sandwiches.
Uncle Arthur, don't think we ought to eat our sandwiches with the other men.
Why not?
Well, we're officers, aren't we? Let's do like by ourselves and eat them on our own.
Oh, don't be absurd, Frank.
Hello, Squire. Sorry about this, but the film has been postponed till next week.
Postponed?
Yeah, spot a bobble with Jack and Sis.
Jack and Sis?
Jack Hubbard and Cicely Courtney.
Yeah, they're doing a show next week, so we're filming all Jack stuff this week.
Do you mean to say we've been shut in that van on a hot day like this, wearing these stupid clothes, and a couple of bloomin' actors decide there's no coming?
All right, Frazer.
I'm sorry about this, Squire, but Jack insists on being with Sis, and Sis insists on being with Jack. Well, they're always together.
Yes, they're inseparable. I was reading a newspaper only last week. They're the happiest couple in show business.
Yeah, I read that too, Mr. Godfrey. Jack's the boy, eh? Oh, the flies crawl up the window. They've nothing else to do. They go up
Be
in
quiet,
hunt.
Jones. You realise that we are fighting a war upon which the whole of civilization depends? that at this moment, the entire might of the German army is poised across the Channel, ready to strike, and you drag us, frontline troops, upon a fool's errand like this, just because Sis insists?
I'm sorry, Squire. Must keep the stars happy, you know. I'll see you next week, eh?
This is outrageous, Wilson. I shall phone GHQ at once.
What a pity we can't do any shooting.
Shooting?
Yes, exactly. Shooting. It's a sort of technical term for filming.
Get back on the van, Wilson.
You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. How beautiful you would be. Your voice was true. Your face was beautiful. You make a great sensation. You ought to shine as brightly as Jupiter and Mars. You ought to be in pictures, my star of stars.
Now listen, Wilson. I'm going across to that phone box to ring GHQ. Whatever you do, don't get out of the van. I don't want anybody to see you in these uniforms.
It's like an oven in here, you know.
Mr. Godfrey's looking a bit pale, sir. He must have some fresh air.
Well, open the back door a few inches and push his face against the crack. I won't be long.
How's that, Mr. Godfrey?
A little better, I think. Thank you. Hey, what about me? I want some fresh air as well, you know.
We can't have any. Didn't you hear what Captain Mainwaring said? No one's got to see us in these uniforms.
Rubbish!
How dare you, Frazer, disobey Captain Mainwaring's orders? You've exposed us to the whole world.
Uncle Arthur?
Yeah?
That pub did not look nice. I'm ever so thirsty. I couldn't half do with the drink.
Yeah, so could I. But Captain Mainwaring said that nobody was to leave the van.
Well, he's only a Home Guard officer. We're officers of the Germans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I suppose we are.
Come on, then. Let's go and have a drink. No one will see us. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Arthur. There's nobody here.
All right, good, good.
Here, we shouldn't do this, Sergeant Wilson.
Well, what are you going to have?
A pint.
Right. Have a quick drink, and then we can get back on the van. Mainwaring will be on the phone for ages.
Right, I'll order the drink.
All right, you do that.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
What can I get?
Good afternoon, mein horse. 16 shandies with the ginger beer.
Ginger, pints or halves?
Hey,
Pints. The ginger beer.
Frank, do stop playing the fool. I'm very tired and I'm very thirsty.
Doris.
Yes, Mr. Palethorpe?
Yeah, Doris. I've got 16 Nazis out there in the bar and they want 16 shandies. Ginger beer.
Well, it's a hot day. They're probably thirsty.
Oh, yes, I never thought of that. What are you talking about? Did you hear what I said? There's 16 Nazi paratroopers in the bar.
Don't be daft.
Well, look for yourself, girl.
Oh.
Careful.
They're not Nazis. They're a lot of old men.
Well, of course, they're disguised as old men, so as they won't look like Nazis.
Well, if they don't want to look like Nazis, why are they wearing Nazi uniforms?
What are you talking about? Get out in the village quick. Now tell the police and rouse the village. And don't make a noise. Go on out now. Don't stand. Shh. Don't stand down. Well, nice bit of weather you brought with you, gentlemen.
Wilson! Jones! I thought so. Wilson! What are you playing at?
Terribly sorry, sir, but we all felt rather thirsty, so we thought we'd have a quick drink.
We should give the whole game away. People will think we're really
Oh,
Germans.
no.
I say, Lennon, here. Look, I'm sure it seems rather odd to you to see everybody dressed as Germans, but I don't need to tell you, do I, that they're not really Germans.
No.
No, even so, I wouldn't breathe a word of it to anyone if I were you, because, you know, they might get the wrong idea. All right? You do understand, don't you?
Yes.
Outside, everybody.
Come on, everybody outside. Into the van, boss.
Into the van, quickly as you can, before anybody sees you. Hello.
Hey! Go on, don't stand there like a pudding. Do something. Look, you're letting them get away.
What do you expect me to do?
Well, you're a special constable. Arrest them. What, all of them?
Well, arrest that British officer, then. He's a quisling.
Yeah.
A collaborator.
It's a very delicate
Here,
situation.
go and have a word with him.
Go on,
Go
we're
on.
behind
Go and
you.
speak to him. We're behind you. Catch him quick.
Excuse me, sir. Might I have a
Yes,
word
what
with
is
you?
it, officer?
Might I have a word with you? I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yes?
May I ask what you're doing with a butcher's van full of Germans?
I can assure you they're not Germans.
Swine, hund, get out of the way at once. Do you hear me?
Go back inside the van, Beck. I shan't tell you again. Youthful high spirits.
Well, I'm not afraid of them, even if you are. You're a quisling.
No, madam. No, no, no.
Traitor.
Someone knocking on the side of the bed.
All right, keep calm. I'll take charge of this. We must warn England. Mr. Pelthorpe, they're making for Warmington-on-Sea.
Right.
You get in touch with the Home Guard there and tell them, and I'll ring the Superintendent Eastbourne Police Station.
Right. No, you... Okay, don't...
Keep calm. Keep calm.
Look, it clearly states there that I have the booking of the All every Thursday night. Now, why was it changed and given to Mainwaring?
Mr. Mainwaring told me he'd spoken to you, Mr. Rogers.
Well, he never said a word to me.
Well, what should I do about it, Your Reverence?
Oh, you'll have to sort that out yourself, Mr. Yateman. Don't worry me, I'm trying to write my sermon.
Look, when Mainwaring gets back, I'm going to have a few words to say to him.
Oh, answer the telephone, would you, Mr. Hodges?
Hello?
Hello. Warmington-on-Sea Home Guard.
They're not here.
Oh, don't go away. I've got an urgent message for them.
Oh, yeah.
There's 16 Nazi paratroopers on their way over there.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Palethorpe, the landlord of the Six Bells. Yeah, now look, did you hear what I said? See, Nazi paratroopers, a party of them, and they're led by a British officer. He's a quisling. So tell the Home Guard and warn England.
God blimey.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Mr. Rogers?
Well, it's the landlord of the Six Bells. Sounds as if he's had a right skinful. Blabbering something about a lot of Germans led by a British officer.
Oh, dear, the evils of drink.
Yes, indeed, Your Reverence.
Fall out, man.
Right, there's Napoleon now. Now, I'm going to get the booking of this all sorted out once and for all. Come on, Vicar.
Look, I'm trying to write my sermon.
Look, it's your all. Come on.
Look, stop handling me, Mr. Hodges. You know, I can't stand that sort of thing.
Look, come on, get out. And you, go on, get up, Harry. Go on.
Germans. Now, pay attention, men. I know you're all as disappointed as I am that we weren't able to do any shooting today. Perhaps we shall have better luck next week. In the meantime, I must impress on you how secret all this is. I don't want any repetition of what happened in the public house this morning. We must not be seen in these uniforms. They must be hidden away until they're needed for shooting.
I can't believe my eyes. That landlord wasn't drunk. It's Mainwaring. He's a quisling, a traitor.
Oh, no. They'll shoot us.
Yeah, they'll shoot us. We'll sound the alarm. Yeah, yes. The church bells. Now, quick, Mr. Hodges, lock the door.
What bell shall we use, Your Reverence?
Oh, you stupid fellow, just ring the bells.
Yes, but...
Look, don't argue, just pull the ropes.
down, quick.
Right, that's all then. Dismiss.
Take us out.
Good heavens! The church bells! It's the bells! It must be the invasion. The Germans are coming, don't panic! The Germans are coming! The Germans are coming!
Somebody must have seen us in these uniforms and thought we were real Germans.
The whole countryside will be up in arms. We must stop those bells. Follow me. Look, stop ringing the bells! Stop the bells!
Hey! We're not real Germans! We're not real Germans!
Right. Break it down.
Right, Cap, right.
They're trying to get in. Louder!
Stop, that's not doing anything.
No, Sir Stoker, they can't hear you because of the sound of the bell.
Phone up THQ. Tell them it's a false alarm.
Yes, Mr. Henry.
Permission to speak, sir?
Yes?
Why don't you shoot a lock off?
Ah, that's a good idea.
And for heaven's sake, don't do that, sir. You might hit one of the bell ringers.
Ah. Well done, Wilson. Why don't you spot that one first?
Couldn't you put a note under the door?
Yes, that's a good idea, Godfrey. Right, take a note,
No,
Jones.
sir. Oh, right, sir. Right, sir. I didn't expect to have to write down anything, sir.
Right, stand clear.
Stand clear.
I'm shooting the lock off.
Shooting the lock off. Yours sincerely.
No, never mind.
Under the door. Have it under the door.
No, I don't, Captain Manley.
Now.
No! If we shoot the lock off, we'll have to pay for the damage.
Oh. Right, stand there, everybody. Still up.
Just a minute, sir. It was bolted.
How did you get in here?
Through the vestry, sir, but there's still nobody about.
Captain Mainwaring.
Yes.
Look.
Go.
What are you doing up now? Just no time to shoot him up. Come down at once.
You flippin' hooligans!
Yes?
Oh, hello. I managed to get through the GHQ, spoke to the Brigadier in person.
What did he say?
Well, there was 3 battalions of coldstream guards on their way and a whole armoured division, but we managed to stop them.
Well done, Pike.
Yeah. The whole of the south coast is on red alert. And the Brigadier, he wanted to know what blithering idiot was responsible. So I've made an appointment for you tomorrow morning, 10:30.
You stupid boy.
Thank you.